Hey there, this is Kristin from KristinCoaching.com. Today's topic is the top 10 reasons why relationships fail. You know, we want the person that we're with to always be the one. We're looking for the one to settle down with, create a life with, to be partners with for a lifetime. But more often when we're in relationships, you know, it's very common that that relationship that you're in doesn't last. It doesn't last until you actually happen to find the right one. So you're going to be going through breakups. You're going to be going through relationships that aren't working for you, that in fact are pretty unhealthy. So it's really important to understand why relationships fail so you can know and tackle these issues at hand. So if some of these things that you're going through, I have 10 reasons why relationships fail. If any of these things are going on in your relationship, then that's a sign for you to start that being a goal, you know? So if you're struggling with, for example, trust issues, which is going to be number one, you got to work on the trust in your relationship. That's the goal for you guys. You got to get that trust built up. So let's dive into it since I kind of already did, and we'll talk about the top 10 reasons why relationships fail. Number one, trust issues. Like I said, trust issues cause a lot of jealousy in the relationship. It causes a lot of anxiety in the relationship because we can't rely on what our significant other is telling us. That can feel really unstable in a relationship. It can make us feel really insecure. Trust issues usually happen because of lying, infidelity in the past, inconsistency in things that you say but you do differently over time. Trust issues are probably the number one thing that couples struggle with. I know that I've struggled in my past relationships or relationship that I'm currently in as well. So work on that. That's really important. Get that trust going. If you need help with trust issues, I have other videos on how to increase the trust in your relationship. Number two, for top 10 reasons why relationships fail, communication issues. Look, you guys, you have to be able to talk to one another. You have to be able to be vulnerable and express yourself and state your needs and your wants and your desires. And if you don't know how to do that appropriately, if you're talking to each other and it's causing a lot of arguments, especially if you guys are arguing about the same thing over and over and over again, then you're not using the right communication tools. You're not doing it right. So you have to learn effective communication tools. I have more videos that have to do with communication techniques and tips. If you need to learn that, click on another video, go for it, okay? That's really important. Number three of why relationships fail, selfishness. You know, you're a team, right? You're a partnership. I talk about that a lot. So if you're making decisions only for yourself, if you're only thinking about how this is going to affect you and impact you, and you're not thinking about your significant other and their needs and wants and desires and how decisions that you make are going to impact them, that can cause a lot of issues in the relationship as well. So make sure that you really are making decisions in that partnership mentality, in that team mentality. Super important. Tip number 4 of our relationships fail, domestic abuse. Look, a relationship is not going to work. A relationship is not going to be healthy if you or your significant other's physical safety and emotional safety is at risk. You can't be touching each other out of anger. You can't be hurting each other. You can't be emotionally abusive to each other, tearing each other down, belittling, destroying each other's self-worth and self-esteem. That is not a healthy relationship, and that causes tons of relationships to fail. So if domestic abuse is going on, I want you to get help for that. There's a domestic violence hotline that you can call, National Domestic Violence Hotline, and get some help on that, because that is a huge sign that your relationship is going down the wrong path. We got to get that on a healthy path right away. Tip number 5, why relationships fail, is financial stressors. Finances can be really, really hard in relationships, okay? We are working so hard to make ends meet, to pay bills. I live in California personally. Rent is crazy. Everything's crazy. So it's hard to live. It's hard to live on income. So I get it. And financial stressors can cause a lot of rifts in the relationship, arguments to happen. So be mindful of that. Figure out how you guys can work as a team to resolve your financial problems instead of being enemies and be on opposite sides of the line here. Number 6, why relationships fail, different values of importance. You know, sometimes people in relationships are really focusing on their career. They're making their career number one. Maybe while their partner thinks that the relationship, for example, needs to be number one and tending to their partner. But maybe the other half is always working and making sure that they are going out and doing what they can do to further their career. So sometimes different values of importance can cause people not to see eye to eye, can cause issues in the relationship, can cause arguments. So you'd want to make sure that your values of importance are pretty aligned and similar. You can have a value of importance in your career, but you also need to put the relationship equal as well if you guys are going to be making it work and your partner is going to be feeling valued by you. So just keep that in mind. Number 7 of why relationships fail are addictions. Substance abuse, alcohol, gambling addictions, any type of addictions that are going to get in the way of connecting with your partner. They're going to get in the way of surviving in your life and being able to thrive in your life, for example. If you're doing things that are causing you to not be as functional of a person because you are using substances or or having addictions, that's going to be affecting your relationship, and that most likely can cause your relationship to fail. So if you have an addiction, get help right now. There's so many resources out there. If you can continue to go down this line, most likely your relationship is not going to be making it if you don't get help right away. Number 8, why relationships fail is low self-esteem and self-worth. If we don't feel that we deserve love, if we don't feel that we're worthy of a healthy relationship, most likely we're not going to be in love, and most likely we're not going to have a healthy relationship. You have to get your self-esteem high. You have to feel good about yourself. The lower we are, it's just not in ourselves and self-worth, it just doesn't work out. We do things to sabotage the relationship. We're so maybe depressed at times that we just feel that nothing good is happening, and that can really impact the person that you're with and your partner. So get your self-esteem up. Feel good about yourself. There's so many things you can do to make that happen. Tip number 9 of why relationships fail is a lack of effort in the relationship. When people stop trying in terms of the couple and the relationship, that's when it goes downhill. You have to constantly keep trying, putting in effort, making sure your significant other is happy. Your significant other should be doing the same, making sure that your needs are being met. Continue to put in effort. The day you stop is the day your relationship is going to deteriorate. So keep trying to improve every single day of your relationship. That is key. Last but not least, tip number 10 is a lack of intimacy. That is a common thing of how relationships fail. And I'm not even talking about physical intimacy, although I am, but there's also emotional intimacy as well. When you're not feeling connected with your significant other, and you're not feeling connected and loved and valued, that all happens when you guys have quality time together and talks. That's when you have your physical intimacy together and you feel close with each other. So if you guys aren't having quality time, if you guys aren't getting close with each other and feeling connected and feeling that passion and that intimacy, oftentimes that can pull you guys apart in this emotional way, and you guys can eventually go your separate ways. So make sure that you're spending quality time with each other, having fun with each other, enjoying each other's company, having those intimate moments that you don't have with anybody else. That's really, really critical and really crucial. Hopefully these tips or these 10 signs of why relationships fail are helping you. Again, if you're going through any of these in your relationship, that's a goal that you need to work on to help change that and make that, change the path that you're on right now to get down a healthier road so your relationship can last long term, okay? Again, this is Kristin from KristinCoaching.com. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Please comment below, ask me any questions. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys next time for my next video. Take care.